All right, so we're here at Endeavor Defensive Fitness. We've got Rob McKeeman, co-owner of Endeavor Defensive Fitness. Aaron Jannetti, co-owner of Endeavor Defensive Fitness. Then we've got Drew Dillon from Columbus Weightlifting. And we're actually going to talk about the jerk position today, its importance, and then also some mobility stuff to get us into a proper rack position. So we're going to do a little bit of a before and after. Rob's going to get himself set up for a front rack, just like he'd be getting set up to jerk. Okay? So we kind of see where his elbows are at right now. And Rob's got some shoulder issues and stuff like that, but we can deal with that. We're looking to get him to spread those elbows out, which Drew's going to get into a little bit more here in a minute. But if you just kind of picture where he's at in this position, he's going to re-rack the bar. And what he's going to start doing is we're going to have him mobilize his triceps while we talk about this jerk position. So he's going to put his tricep up on the barbell. He's going to have his palm facing up. He's going to start near the elbow. And what he's going to do is very slowly, he's going to start flexing the whole way up while he controls his breathing, and then slowly extending down. Depending on how much pressure you can take, he can apply pressure with the other hand if he needs to. Doesn't look like he needs to. But what he's going to do is he's going to work back and forth through this range of motion. He's also going to work side to side as he's extended across that tricep back and forth. And he's going to work his way up towards the top. So while he continues to do that, we're going to walk over to Drew, and Drew's going to talk a little bit about our rack position and a good jerk.
Guys, as you can see on Rob, when he actually took the bar, he was able to get the bar onto his body by creating a rack for the bar. The one thing you did see was he was on his fingertips here, and his elbows were a bit high. The position we're talking about is we want to get those hands more onto the bar, create that rack with our chest, and look how my elbows are down and out. So if I just come up from a clean, and I have those high elbows as I've driven out of the hole, what I'm going to do is move them down and out so that bar is now sitting on me and the legs can do the work. Remember, a lot of athletes come up here, have a hard time getting any flexibility or mobility to get their chest together here. The weight sits in their arms. The secret to the jerk is the change of direction. So when we dip and drive, we want that bar to be on us and our upper body to be a strong column, so the bar actually gets that little bit of whip as you're open, driving, and taking the bar there. Your arms will act as shock absorbers. So if you're all arms and you go to dip and drive, look where all that weight's gone. Add a few 100 pounds to this and you're in for a miserable day. So let's go back to Rob and see if he's gotten a bit more mobile as he's doing this.
All right, so reset out. Good, hands under, big rack position. Good, pull the bar up and out. And you can actually see the difference in how his right elbow can set down better. He's more comfortable, he's more loose through that tricep. He can actually pull that elbow down and out. And that's a significant difference, correct, Drew?
Significant.
In where he would want to be to set up for that jerk. Okay, so that's one way that you can get kind of ready and set up for this 13.4 or a jerk in general. So he's going to go ahead and rack the barbell. We're going to change a little bit of camera view here. And I'm going to show you a couple other ways that you can get this done. So if Drew wants to take over, boom, boom, boom. Got it. All right, so another really good tight point that's going to pull us kind of down and in here and not allow us to open up is going to be through the lats. So a very, very simple way we can get to loosen those lats up with a rumble roller, PVC roller, foam roller, depending on what kind of apparatus you've got. I'm going to start with my palm facing all the way up towards the ceiling. I'm laying my weight on top of the roller, and I'm starting high into the armpit. And what I'm going to do is move slow, breathe deep, but I'm actually going to move side to side. So I'm going to roll all the way from my spine back over into the armpit. And once again, I'm focusing on a nice deep breath. I'm going to spend 20, 30 seconds here. I'm going to roll a little bit lower down the lat. And once again, I'm going to continue that motion, trying to stay as relaxed as possible, trying to move slow, breathe deep, and really sink in through that lat. And what we're going to do is continue that motion slowly all the way down. And even when we get into the hips, same thing, driving all the way over and all the way back, moving from the spine all the way to the side. That's going to allow us to open and free up from that lat, which is going to get us into a better rack position out of the clean, and it's also going to allow us to set that shoulder blade back and down for a good position on a jerk. When we get into some banded stuff, if you're really, really, really bound up, there's a really good technique when you have tightness through the pec minor right through the front here, and we can't get that shoulder back and into a good position. So we're going to allow ourselves to open up. What you're going to do is take your arm, have a pull-up, or have a band going through the pull-up bar. I'm going to get all the way deep inside the shoulder. I'm going to turn the hand all the way out. Palm is going to face out on my spine. I'm going to allow the band to detract my shoulder and pull it back. I'm going to use my other hand. Drew, if you'll sneak around back here real quick. I'm going to use my other hand to grab on. I'm going to slowly pull my hand across and allow that stretch to sink in. And what I'm going to do when I feel the tension through here is I'm going to tie the head into the motion. So I've got a little bit of tension from the hand, the shoulder blades pulled back into position. I'm going to droop the chin down, and I'm going to roll my ear to my shoulder out. And once again, controlling your breathing, moving through. And then what we can do is we can add a little bit of contract relax. So if you watched any of the mobility WOD stuff with Kelly Starrett, really simple concept. I'm going to squeeze and flex through that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to allow it to relax back out. And then once again, I'm going to go right back into that nice, easy, slow motion. Okay? So a couple of nice, easy tricks to help you get into a better rack position, which once again is going to get you a little bit more efficient through the lifts and through the movement. Drew, you got anything to add?
That's it.
All right. Thanks, guys. We're going to have a lot more videos coming from Endeavor Defensive Fitness from Columbus Weightlifting, and hope that helps.